Last episode was definitely a bit of a grind. We had to get a lot of skilling levels, head over to Corend, get a ton of favor there so we could get an axe, all to culminate into getting one piece of gear, Ava's accumulator. This episode might be a little different. Usually we start with a bit of a skilling grind or something, but I figure why not just complete the first easy clue scroll of the account. It's a good way to start off the day, you know? Gotta love these RuneLite plugins that help you get these clue scrolls done. Makes life so much easier. Oh! A two-step clue scroll. Hell yeah. Good way to start that. And we got some law runes. The body runes are nice. Steel pickaxe is actually a bit of an upgrade. The law runes, though, exquisite. Seeing that I was already in Falador and close to Draenor, I figured I'd start a portion of interest, because it was a new quest that I actually haven't done yet since the last time I played RuneScape. It came out in between those times. So I'm like, shoot, let's do a quick member quest that kind of, is supposed to introduce the Slayer skill. So let me go talk to Sarah over in Falador, and we'll get this thing started. For those of you who don't know, porcine is a term that refers to pigs or something that looks pig-like, and this is why this massive son of a bitch is the main enemy of the quest. Holy shit, he's huge. But he's obviously nothing we can't handle, so let me just finish up this kill. I'm going to cut off his fat little foot, which would be ideally good for, a pickled pig's foot. But I gotta go turn this in to the lady so she knows I've actually killed it. So I'm gonna turn that in, get my fat stack reward. I will give you my pig foot, and you will give me 5,000. Thank you very much. Now I just need to go talk to a person in Falador, I believe, and then I'm gonna get my XP and get the finished quest log. Just kidding, it's Spria and Draenor. I totally knew that. Anyway. There we go. A portion of interest, all done and dusted. Got 1,000 Slayer XP, so that's actually pretty nice. It didn't get me a level, but closer than nothing. Next up is Corsair Curse, another free-to-play quest. I'm getting closer to finishing all those. I believe this one is less fun than the other ones, just a whole lot of talking, so you're probably not going to see a lot of this one. 20 minutes of running all over an island just to find out some dude had tried to poison everyone. Anyway, Corsair Cove complete. Got a couple of quest points and access to Corsair Cove. So that's nice. Up next is a pretty iconic one for a lot of starter accounts. This is one of the ones you try to do early so you can get a lot of HP. This will be Witch's House. Plus, on the bright side, I get to use my new Ava's accumulator. So we'll see how many bolts it ends up saving me over this quest. Probably not a lot, but we'll see. Okay, so yeah, admittedly, it is really, really nice to see the number of bone bolts in my inventory stay the same, even though I fired like 5 or 6 shots. This is definitely going to be totally worth that effort from last episode. Got the ball. Let's get it to the kid. Hooray! Little kid gets to hit his ball back over for some other schmuck to go have to get it for him. Hey, got a hit point level. I'm not going to complain. So, I did say last episode that one of the goals for this one was to get a lot of my combat stats up. Ideally, I'm looking to hit somewhere in the, 50s for all melee stats. So, I figure why not do some more Slayer to get that up as well. And you may be asking yourself, wow, how did he manage to get 4 1/4 vials of super anti-poison? Well, if you didn't know, hopefully this is news to you, there is a spawn right south of the observatory. It is a 1-dose super anti-poison, but if you hop worlds, there is a chance that you'll get enough of them, like I did, to get a full inventory, basically. And this will last me for, hopefully, all of the crawler tasks, because I have 108 here. It gives you about 6 total minutes of poison and vulnerability, so it's definitely something to keep in mind for the future. 100 some odd cave crawlers dusted, and pretty average haul, I suppose you'd say. Got a couple of herbs and stuff, but I did get 2 strength levels, and I did get a Slayer level. So, all in all, not too bad for a mediocre task. I won't complain. Obviously, we're going to try to keep the ball rolling a little bit and get some more good Slayer tasks to kill. 41 green dragons. Oh no. See, green dragons are great. They're going to be great prayer XP, but honestly, I'm not at the combat level that I need it. This will have to be a range task sometime later on. I need to figure out a way to navigate this. Give me a sec. I'll figure this out. So I've come up with an idea, and I don't know how much you're going to like it. I figure sand crabs are a great opportunity to get a good amount of combat XP. They're really AFKable, and it's going to let me edit a little bit. I want to be able to get out stuff faster to you, so this is maybe the opportunity to do that, at least for a little bit. I'm going to stick around here. I'm going to get some combat levels up. I'm going to edit as much as I can, as fast as I can, to try to catch up on this, and then, you know, we'll figure out how to navigate the whole green dragon issue. So let me see in a few hours how good we're doing, and then we'll see if we want to keep doing this or not. There's level 48, level 49, and there's level 50 strength. I like this enough that I'm going to keep doing this for a while, so we're going to switch to defense and get that up a few levels. Honestly, I might end up just sticking around here until I get combat 50 on base stats. We'll see. Okay, so I've made it all the way to level 50 defense. Yeah, I stuck around for a while. I'm enjoying this. So we'll switch to attack. We'll probably get that up to 50 as well. Got 50 hit points, and then every now and again, whenever these things drop, I'll go ahead and pick up a casket as well. Got some decent stuff from it, like sapphires and everything. So let's open this bad boy up, see what we got. Another sapphire. Called it. So, alright. Doing attack now. Let's just get 10 levels, and I'll see you on the other side. Well, would you look at that. Level 50 attack. Now we've got 50 in all base stats, which is just so pleasing to the eye to see all these 50s. 51 hit points as well, but there's 61 combat for us, which is going to make us a lot more formidable when we decide to do some of those higher level quests, and as well as Barbarian Assault, because you know I want to do that. I've talked about that for a while. So we'll get out of here. I'll probably do a couple more quests before we just finish up this pretty simple episode. You know, while I was out, I figured I had the time to do another free-to-play quest. This is the second to last one. I believe we'll have one more after this one to finish up before all the free-to-play quests are done. But yeah, I'm going to do Below Ice Mountain. It's an entirely new quest that I haven't done yet, and it opens up a new area that I haven't quite been to yet. And I heard there's some pretty good gear that you can get, at least for free-to-play gear, but you know, shoot, it might be an upgrade for me, you never know. So I'm going to hit this quest, I'm going to unlock a new area, see some new things, hopefully there's some cool cutscenes, and then I think it'll be time for Ghosts Ahoy right after this. Oh no, whoever would have expected this? The sketchy team that I hired to help me investigate turned out to be treasure hunters. Oh no, this is so bad. Jokes aside, though, that was the end of the quest, so we went and finished up Below Ice Mountain, which means I get 2,000 free coins, access to the ruins of Camdozal, I think I'm pronouncing that right, and a quest point. So this is that new area I haven't been to yet. I'm not going to explore it too much now, because I want to get done with Ghosts Ahoy so I can finally get the Ecto file. But yeah, this was pretty fun. Just a lot of running around, and I'll explore this maybe next episode or something. Hey, Future Lute here. I wanted to talk to you about something kind of important. If you haven't been keeping up with Old School Runescape a lot lately, you might not know that there's been a poll going on for the past little while involving introducing a new skill to Old School Runescape. Now, there can be positives and negatives to introducing a new skill, but the fact that they introduced this poll to the community is, I think, fantastic. Now, here's what I want from you. The poll has already been finished up as of today, the time of uploading this video, which means that whether or not you enjoy this, people have spoken. And it turns out that out of 191,000 people who voted, there was an overwhelming majority of people who decided that they want Old School RuneScape to introduce a new skill. So, my question to you is, do you think this is a good idea? And if so, or if not, tell me why. Now, the fact that they've decided to move forward with trying to get a new skill to the game means there's going to be a few extra steps, but they're going to have our input as well. Which means I want you to tell me, what skill do you think should be introduced to Old School RuneScape? I believe they talked about trying to introduce something that RS3 does not have, which means this skill will be unique to this version of the game. So, let me know down below what you think and what skill you think should come into this game. Alright, you know what time it is. Time for me to finally introduce myself to these lovely ghosts. Now, I understand that Ghosts Ahoy is not one of these massive quests that, you know, gets you through the game in a huge manner or sets you up well for success later on, but this one is so nostalgic to me, and I just have to do it as its own ending for an episode. So, we're going to get started with this. We're going to, hopefully, get through this fairly smoothly. I have all of my necessary ingredients, including all of those stupid dyes that we have to get for the toy boat, build up together, so I will attack this one by one, and hopefully we'll get this done in the next hour or so. Now, if you're not familiar with Port Phasmatis, the history of it, basically this guy here, Necroverus, has created some kind of binding spell that won't let people who die in Port Phasmatis move on to the afterlife. That's the reason why everyone are ghosts. So, it's our job to find a way to convince him to let everyone else move into the afterlife. Then, obviously, we'll get the big ectophile at the end of it, and that'll be, the quest reward. So, let's see if we can't figure this thing out. Well, as it turns out, the old crone that we saw last episode in Animal Magnetism is actually a pivotal character in this quest in particular. She's going to be one that sets us up for success later on. So, we're going to do a shit ton of random stuff for her. Not really a shit ton, but a lot of random stuff for her, which is going to let us get there. So, I'm going to give her some tea, she's going to give me a toy boat, and then I'm going to go color it. So, it turns out that the toy boat is a model of a real boat that's just steps away from Canifis. So, we go on the boat, the wind speed will determine what colors I need to paint the toy boat. Once we do that, I am able to give it back to this old man here who, turns out, is the long-lost son of the old crone. I have no idea what this has to do with the quest, but it pushes it forward, so I really don't question it, Now the old man lets us explore the boat, get a couple of map pieces, and oh no, a giant lobster. That's why I brought the gear. It wasn't just for show. I know this mithril square shield makes you jealous, but, it's practical and sexy. I don't know how, but I ended up winning the first 3 games of Rune Draw against Robin Hood, and then RNG just hates me, I suppose, because I lost the next 2 games. But hey, there's a 4th game, so he has to sign my bow so I can give it to some guy who can give me some stuff. It's a lot of trading. You get the idea. So here's where I think it gets really clever. I need to convince people to sign a petition and hand it to Necroverus, but I need to integrate myself into society to do it. So I'm going to take some of this bucket of slime, put it on a bed sheet. Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. Look how freaking inconspicuous I am. I don't think anyone would ever believe that I'm not a ghost. Would you? Yeah, it turns out the petition didn't work. He kind of burned it to a crisp. But I was able to steal some of his clothes, and I can head back to the old crone, and she will take my Ghost Speak amulet, enchant it, and let me control him, just for a brief period of time. Wait, is this old woman pregnant? She's like 150 years old. You know what? It's fine. I really shouldn't judge in this day and age. Now, with this enchanted amulet, I am able to control Necroverus, and he is going to let everyone move on to the afterlife. Plot twist, no one actually moves on to the afterlife. I mean, it should be known that every time you come here, you will not see anyone who wasn't here before. It's like nothing happened. But you know what? It's fine, because I'm going to go turn in this quest. And now that I've made it back to Velarina, there is Ghost Ahoy complete. Got some good prayer XP. The ectophile, which is obviously fantastic. 32 prayer is always nice as well. And then this thing, oh, I'm so happy to finally get this because it gives us the opportunity to teleport a lot more efficiently to some new places. At least this will get me out to Moritania a lot faster. I'm very happy with the amount of travel that I can do now. Okay, so obviously not as exciting of an episode as we've had in the past, but, given the circumstances, I think we still made some really good progress. The combat was obviously crucial. I'm going to need that for the future, for Barbarian Assault, and then maybe some other stuff that I might want to do next episode. And then getting the ectophile was just fantastic. Aside from that, I don't really think I did all that much. I did some quests, I did a few, things here and there, but it was a pretty straightforward day for me. So, let's talk about next time. Now, it is the holiday season, so I probably won't be able to do as much while I'm visiting family, but I am going to try to do a little bit. Obviously, it's Christmas. I'm going to do the holiday special. Why not? So you'll probably end up seeing that at some point. And then in terms of quests and other goals, I want to get some of the skills up. I think that would be really good. And then I think it would be really wise of me to try to get to where I can do the Fremennik trials, because getting those helmets is going to be a lot of really good potential for us in terms of like range and melee and mage combat. and then it'll set us up for later when we can do the Fremennik Isles, and that obviously that's much later down the line. But still, aside from that, I really don't know. I might play it off the cuff. If you have any ideas, let me know. I'll probably have enough time that I can use whatever you have available in terms of some good, episode ideas that I'll roll with it. So let me know, and I will see you next time.